What's the juiciest rumor at your school that turned out to be 100% true? Hi Reddit guys, subscribe now, or I will jump into the river of Babylon. Resource officer was a child molester and then murdered his wife after he was fired. He fled and they still haven't found him over 10 years later. He's on Marshall's top 15 most wanted list. His name was Dan Hears and his mother thinks he's dead. The computer tech teacher got caught having sex with a student. He was put on suspension while the investigation was conducted. He killed himself by running his car into a tree. The science teacher was a pedophile. Some kid found Viagra in his desk and he was put in admin leave when they found a used condom in his trash after the search. Then kids came forward. Was not pretty. Two teachers that were married to each other were sleeping with students. The husband was the first to do it and the wife found out and slept with some of her students as revenge. Also, the resource officer was sleeping with some of the 18-year-old seniors. All got confirmed when they were fired for it. Well, the teachers got fired. The officer got moved to bicycle patrol. The officer got moved to bicycle patrol. I think he's ridden enough. This one girl would make those colorful friendship bracelets made out of needlepoint floss for every guy she gave a BJ to. There were lots of bracelets. Like some kind of club or something. Right? It was pretty funny. The guys didn't start figuring it out until there was quite a large number of handmade bracelets on dudes who wouldn't normally be wearing anything of the sort. Who made you that? Emily. The art teacher was sleeping with both the history teacher and Ray teacher. She was married to the chemistry teacher who she previously had an affair with while married to the woodwork teacher. I believe she married the Ray teacher sometime after I left school. This is better than a Mexican soap opera! Exclamation point esta noche en la escuela dramatica. Rumor had it that a teacher was having sex with some of his students that wanted higher grades. No one believed it to be true. Because he was married and just had his third baby. 100% true and all the students were proud of it. He's still in jail 5 years later. Students were proud of it. I fricked a teacher for my B+. Wait up, I'm a A-level frick here bro. An abortion using a coat hanger where a student bled to death. It happened years before I attended the school and was the basis of the ghost sightings near the bathroom. Man, this is disturbing as hell. That there is an underground bunker from the Cold War era below the school. Not only is it there, but it turns out you can access it from the pay changing room through a secret trapdoor. Oh, finally. One that's interesting and not about sex, cheating, coming in the ranch bottle, or doing other horrible nasty it. Did you get to go in? Any cans of peaches and whatnot? Some kid in my year/grade found nude pictures of his art teacher, female, on a school camera when he went to take pictures of his painting. Didn't have a clue what to do about it so just started telling people and no one believed him. Couple days later he's pulled out of class and had to see the school headmaster about it. They found the camera and the photos and somehow the teacher was unaware whatsoever. Thing is the teacher didn't get any reprimands, but the kid got excluded a couple of days for spreading true rumors about the teacher. Doesn't seem fair. Yeah, was pretty ridiculous. Heard his parents got involved with it and then a couple weeks later it was as if it never happened. Safe to say he pulled out of the art class and changed course. In middle school, a rumor floated around pretty much most of the school that the principal had a consistent record of sexual assault. And what I freaking know, he got arrested for sexual assault when I was a freshman in high school. It was all over the news and everything. A younger male teacher, upper 20s, newlywed, was having sex in his classroom during lunch with an older female teacher, married in her mid-40s. A student caught them and filmed them, pretty much blackmailed them into turning themselves in. We had a Spanish teacher who would keep giving random financial, business advice during classes. One day he tabbed over to his stock trading homepage and accidentally revealed that he was a millionaire. Rumors about his past started circulating. Around graduation some students found old newspaper articles confirming that he was a former meth dealer who had spent time in jail. was a seriously cool guy. Actually, that would be a good Breaking Bad spin-off. Actually, that's one sharp drug dealer. Made the money, served some time, invested the money that wasn't taken by the government, and is teaching. Two sports teachers were having an affair with each other, even though one of their spouses was also a sports teacher in the same school using the same dinky office. Rumor was confirmed when the two dudes had a fist fight in the basketball court. I feel like every pay teacher I ever had was plowing another member of staff. That the school district security guard would let you get away with anything if you gave him some coke. He later got caught and fired for it. If anyone else went there, it was at Desert View HS and Tucson Edit. I was talking about Kayakane, not the soda, for those who didn't realize that. And on a serious note, it's all about the doctop and frick the rest. Was Pepsi okay? Spanish teacher was a former male peen star. La puta está en la biblioteca. Puta. ¿Dónde están mis pantalones? Teacher from my high school. Girls were creeped out by him and constantly reported him for making them uncomfortable. He was quite obese, barely hung to knees, so the school and other students wrongly assumed these girls were being rude. 6 years later he's in prison after being caught with child peen on his computer, alongside upskirt photos of girls from my school. That there was a girl in the boys' bathroom giving BJs for $10. There really was, and she got expelled. $10. Way too cheap considering the risk. She could do 10 a day every day, knowing how long teenage boys last, and probably does during lesson time, which is 100 per day, 500 per week. More if she does it out of school too, which is 24k per year. Tax free. Good money there. And it's clear she got ratted out, probably by some lad's dong she didn't suck. Or someone who wanted to get in on her market and was just getting rid of the competition first. A girl blew the whole basketball team after a game. Don't know the exact details. I just know the girl left and 3 kids got expelled. What high school basketball team had only 3 players in it? They weren't about to kick out the entire freaking team. They just randomly picked 3 people? Or was this a chance to get rid of the lesser players on the team? The rumor was that a boys' gym teacher and a senior girl in my class were involved. They got married when we graduated. He was at least 10 years older than she was. Still together? For over 40 years now. The origins may be shady, but a 40-year marriage is nothing to scoff at. Well, there you go. My 6th grade math teacher was super creepy. He would assign seats randomly, but always place the girls in the front of the classroom. Did the whole lingering stare thing, and was always trying to get people to hang out with him during lunch. I never did, but he was married and has a baby, so no one really suspected him of anything other than being creepy. Fast forward about 7 years. The teacher ended up being an ex-offender. He had an ongoing relationship with a girl that began when she was 13. Based on what I could see from the various news articles, she was either in my year or the year before me. The police came to arrest him in the middle of his class, cuffed him in front of his students, and then had him walk throughout the campus in cuffs to get to their car. I don't feel bad for him at all, but I can't imagine how his wife and son must feel. The same exact thing happened at my school. Except he was an art teacher. What is wrong with the world? Well, the thing is, people with an unhealthy attraction to children or teens will look for jobs involving them. When do what you love is taken too seriously. Probably not the juiciest thing, but the one I remember because of how I found out. A few of our high school library's walls were weird. Sort of a lowercase b shape. So there was this empty space behind the bookshelves up against the walls. Tunnels, basically. Word was, students were fricking in there. I worked in the library. Had to move the shelves, clean the tunnels, found used condoms. It was an all-boys school at the time, if that matters. Mind, the condoms weren't the worst thing, really. The leftover food debris in there was worse. Stuff like chicken bones. Also some kid said he was going to kill himself a bunch of times over getting worse grades than his little brother, and finally one day, he jumped in front of a train on the tracks right behind the school. I heard some details of what kid saw and it was about as horrifying as you'd think. Damn, how would his brother feel? The cheerleading team was doing coke off the toilet seats. There was a rumor that our female English teacher was sleeping with the starting QB, and that her youngest child was not her husband's, but the QB's. She was caught sleeping with a different one of her students years later, and it is now known she has slept with a number of former students including the QB. Now people really think her youngest kid isn't her husband's. The male principal got caught fricking the male history teacher in his office. Both were married. Their husbands must have been furious. Some kids made semen frosted brownies and gave them to another kid and he ate them. Whoa, you made these? Yes, I was up all night. Okay Reddit guys, subscribe now, or I will jump into the river of Babylon.